Hello, and welcome back to our reaction channel, greatest channel in the world
ever. This reaction channel is like the birth of Napster.
If you haven't watched us before, we do reacts, as I've just said. If you've been watching us, appreciate you, as always. And today we are reacting to 6 things that would happen if all volcanoes all erupted at the same time. Mad, mate. Mad thing to think about.
You'd be boiled.
Hope it doesn't happen.
You'd be boiled.
Oh, man's making a cup of tea, mate.
You can your cup of tea will go up in flames.
I should have fucking stand there with like a tray of 10 cups and be like, man, tea.
Tea man.
Or get Jeeves the butler to...
Or the butler from Tomb Raider that you always locked in the fridge.
Just imagine
over 1 million volcanoes
you would literally
on our
boil the
ocean
Earth's
floor,
oceans
and
instantly.
all of them
Yeah.
suddenly started spewing out red-hot molten rock.
And they're under.
The ocean is filling with lava.
Don't like when you
and
see a salmon
nothing
jumping
can
out of
prepare
the
you
water.
for the devastation.
That's what it'd
to
be
come.
like. Rocket-powered
But
salmon.
why would the water
Rocket-powered
become
fish
toxic?
being shot out the water.
How would
Yeah, it would be,
Earth
wouldn't it?
change shape? And
Dodge
what
the
would
fish.
happen to the coastlines around
Would
the
there
world?
be a tsunami?
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is
100%.
the 6 things that would happen if all underwater volcanoes exploded
Isn't
at
that how
once.
land is formed, though, from underwater volcanoes?
That's
Many
how it's
volcanoes
shifted around.
sit atop shifting tectonic plates, building pressure over
Right.
years before they're ready to blow.
Yeah, because it's the
Scientists
pressure
estimate
of
that
the
4
plates
out of 5 volcanic eruptions
pushing against
happen
each other.
underwater.
It forces
But for this
all that
to
lava
be
out,
truly
mate. It's got nowhere else to
apocalyptic,
go but up.
we'd need to wake up volcanoes that have been dormant for over 10,000 years.
Mate, the Mother Nature is brutal.
You'd see the most activity in the mid-Atlantic as these waking giants rip the planet apart.
Look at the shockwave as well.
But underwater volcanoes don't really erupt in epic explosions.
The weird thing is,
Instead,
right, volcanoes
they scatter
cause
lava
mass destruction,
across the ocean
but the
floor,
aftermath of it
rocking
causes
the
mass
submarine
growth.
landscape.
Yeah,
Because
it's
volcanic
fertile.
ash is, the most fertile
As
thing in
more
the world.
than 1 million underwater volcanoes
1
spew
million
out lava in
underwater
the water,
volcanoes.
that water would
That's
become
crazy.
acidic.
So there's
All
more
thanks to the
volcanoes underwater than there is on the
devastating amount
surface.
of carbon dioxide coming
What?
from eruptions.
That's
Sea
mad.
organisms would die off quickly in this
Yeah,
harsh
so it'd be full of
environment.
carbon dioxide.
And this is where the food chain would break. But how would this affect life above water?
Well, you'd get
The
ash for
lava would
days.
build
Would you though?
and
'Cause it's
build,
it's got to go through the
creating
water.
new
It'll
land
filter out the
masses
ash.
that would tower over the
I
waves.
think
Until it gets
the
to that
We might
point.
see
the
islands
overwhelming
pop
volume.
out of the
You're saying a
oceans
million
everywhere.
volcanoes underwater.
Yeah. I suppose there's
Experts
gonna be
think
some.
And
that
then, would
this
that
is
then
the
set
process
off
that gave us Iceland
the volcanoes on the
70
surface?
million years ago.
Do you hear that?
But
That's how
if the
Iceland was
magma
formed,
didn't
by an
keep
explosion.
flowing,
Yeah, because they've got
these
you've got
newly formed
they've got
islands
geysers.
would be slowly
Yeah.
lost
Geysers are
to erosion
volcanoes
from the
volcanoes
wind
leaking and
waves.
constantly boiling the water.
Yeah.
Anything that
And
withstands
they
this
obviously go
constant erosion would
to
be
release the,
covered in
pressure.
ash.
That's what I do.
Usually, each of
That's what
these
she said.
islands hosts
That's
a
what she does.
variety of
I
life.
wish she did.
Islands play a vital role as natural resting places and breeding grounds for migratory birds. And new microscopic
only
life
species that are
could
laughing.
thrive in the volcanic soil, but
I've got wings.
if every underwater volcano was constantly erupting non-stop,
Oh, non-stop.
all that ash would stop both birds
there you
and
go, you are right.
organisms
Yeah.
from
See,
finding
man's
a home in these
educated.
areas.
What they say about blondes isn't always
And
true.
the devastation wouldn't end there.
Oh, no.
The poisonous compounds would be spread across entire regions
Yeah.
and
Oh, really?
over continents.
Yeah, because the oceans
In
carry it
2009,
around.
an eruption in the Tonga archipelago rocketed ash to an island over 63 kilometers away.
Oh, hey, the domino effect that would cause would literally...
Even worse,
Tsunamis.
with
Yeah.
the pressure released from all these volcanoes erupting, tsunamis could rise and
That's right.
devastate coastlines.
But wouldn't there be like
Tunga
mad
Hunga
land
Ha'apai
after this?
burned
though?
so hot following
Like new
its
land.
2021
It would flood the old
eruption
land
that
and create
it
new land.
blazed a crater
Yeah, because
into the ocean
then
floor.
all them volcanoes
It
all going off at
also
the same
triggered
time
a
would shift
tsunami
so
that
much land in
flooded the
multiple
islands of
directions.
Tonga
Yeah.
in minutes.
It'd be like
with over
that film
18
2012
meters
where
of
you end up
water.
with just like one
Every
big
nation
landmass.
surrounded by water would face the same risk during these violent global eruptions.
Basically, the only place you're going to survive
Maybe
is in the
you'd
middle of
be
Europe up a
safer
mountain, in the
inland.
middle of China up a mountain,
Right?
or middle of America up a mountain.
Or in the middle of like Sahara Desert.
Meanwhile,
Up a mountain.
underwater landslides could also destroy ocean life. All the rock and ash being sprayed out would change the face of the ocean floor, and the boiling waters would cook marine
Shrimp!
life.
So is there
Put a
volcanoes?
shrimp on the
Remains
barbie,
would
dickhead.
float to the surface as an
Is there volcanoes in,
ominous sign
like,
of the
desert
dangers
regions?
below.
Because if a volcano
Landslides
went
would
off
also
under a desert,
destroy island
would that
populations
then
around volcanic
like
chains.
create like rock salt?
If the ancient submarine volcano known as
There's, like, boiling
Marseille,
salt
located in the
fucking flying around
Mediterranean,
everywhere.
collapsed
or,
during the
or
eruption,
if
it
you
could be
superheat
disastrous.
sand, it turns into
The
glass.
tsunami generated could
Yeah.
flood the
So you're
coastlines of
getting
Italy.
showered by glass, man.
Just one volcano.
There's got to be, because
And
deserts used to be
all that
underwater, didn't they? It used to be the
tectonic energy
seabed.
released would mean even
So there's
more
potentially
earthquakes
hidden
and
volcanoes.
tsunamis worldwide. Look, no matter where you live, you may not be safe in this new world.
You can't avoid Mother
Each
Nature, mate.
continent could be destroyed
Like
from
I said,
below
up
as
our
the
mountains.
plates shift during the eruption.
Like here in the UK, if anything like that
Cities
happened,
far
we're
inland could feel the
screwed.
effects
Yeah,
as
we've got-
We're a little
mountain
clay
ranges
island
bulldoze
in the middle
entire
of bloody
regions and
is it
deserts
the
are flooded.
Atlantic.
You wouldn't even survive in the desert, he
What
said.
if you
Ah,
traveled
answer
to
my
an
question.
even more dangerous planet? Well, keep watching because that's a story for another.
Maybe
What
we'll
if?
watch you soon, my friend. How dangerous is space?
That's mad. Mad, mate.
If you've all had a geography lesson, and essentially, if underwater volcanoes all erupted,
Yeah, but see, I'm educated, yeah?
there's no way you could
Because
survive. is there?
90% of what that guy said, I said before him. So,
Yeah. So you couldn't survive. The water would take out the fish and the ocean life. That's one food chain gone.
Yeah.
Tsunamis, lots of land gone. Even if you got up a mountain, don't matter because there's going to be toxic clouds. Life dies.
Yeah, and then the wind and the ocean would carry all this
Ash.
pollution
for
and
months.
poison around the world.
Years.
And then he didn't even go into depth of what I said about what happens. Surely that would then set off land volcanoes and then create an even more
worse.
devastating domino effect.
Or maybe the tsunamis put them out because the water's going in the volcano. I don't know how that works.
It depends. No, because you're saying 1 million volcanoes. That water's going to be boiled instantly.
Well, yeah,
that water
yeah,
don't get a
technic-
chance, mate.
Yeah, technically there'd only be like mini tsunamis, wouldn't there?
Yeah, and then obviously seawater is all salt based as well, which means it will boil even quicker.
Yeah.
Like it'll evaporate even quicker.
Yeah.
You'll literally just have
No
salt
water.
beds.
Yeah. No water anymore.
Yeah.
It's mad.
That's
If there's any evil
crazy, man.
geniuses out there who are plotting to destroy the world, please do not set off these volcanoes.
Yeah, we do not need to manipulate Mother Nature.
If you did this, you would be the ultimate villain.
Obviously, global warming doesn't help. We're already manipulating Mother Nature, but doing it on a. turning it into a weapon.
Please don't do it. So there you have it. You've had your geography lesson for this week.
Education, reaction.
We'll see you for another educational geography video soon.
Yup,
Goodbye.
yup, yup, yup.
Goodbye.
Comment.
Goodbye.
Like button. Subscribe.
Bye.
I don't know what that was, but don't do that.
Bye.